The female prisoner just glanced at the bolts of the table legs. The next second, a daring escape plan was formed in his mind. So he deliberately overturned the plate. As expected, the guards immediately reprimanded. Let him clean up. But this just gives women the opportunity to squat down. And then, women take advantage of the guard's blind spot, quietly started screwing the bolts. But the cunning prison guard still found something wrong with the woman. So he came to find out. At this critical juncture, fortunately, a death row inmate deliberately smeared hot rice porridge on his arm, and then yelled at the guards, "I burned my arm." That's what distracted the guards. The woman finally used up the force of the flood to screw the bolt down. I thought it was going very well, but when the woman returned from the restaurant to her cell, or something went wrong, just because, as a new prisoner, he didn't even notice. This place has long been secured by prison guards with metal detectors, and so, as the alarm sounded, the guards quickly pointed their guns at the woman with dark holes. See a woman silent. A prison guard had to hold a metal detector. Start full body scans on women. Little imagine, the bolt was hidden in the woman's sock. As the metal detector approaches the ankle, the woman's heart was already up to her throat. Turns out the woman was a senior engineer, but he's not going the right way. But they are intent on robbing banks. And even weirder, he grabbed the money and didn't leave. Also encouraged the security guard to call the police. Catch yourself. Even when the police came, he is also obedient. Even more bizarre, the court sentenced him to 25 years in prison. He was actually happy in his heart. And even more incredible, his cellmate turned out to be his own daughter. When she saw her daughter holding shards of glass ready to sever the artery, he was motionless to watch the scene of bustle, but never imagined. When I saw the guards leave, the woman suddenly rushed to her daughter, to save her from the brink of death. And the reason why women are trying to put themselves in jail, in fact, it was to help her daughter escape from this death prison. It turns out, not long ago, daughter was bullied by a bully. Disgraced, he grabbed a knife and stabbed it into the bully's neck. But the bully is hiding this guy in one country. The daughter of self-defense was sentenced to death. Even if a woman shows evidence of a bully's crime, get down on your knees and beg the judge to do justice. But it turns out that the judges here are all named Chen. No one believes in the law, resulting in her daughter being locked up in the country's most secure dark river prison. Wait a month for execution. The desperate woman had to save her daughter in her own way, so he robbed a bank and put himself and his daughter in the same cell. When I learned of my mother's purpose, my daughter was shocked. Just because this dark river prison is unbreakable, heavily guarded, not even a single mosquito can fly out. Not to mention the two of you breaking out of prison together. But little do you know, the prison was designed by my daughter 20 years ago. Later because, woman reports tofu dregs project, so it was banned. I had to open a small restaurant to make a living. His daughter's still worried. After all, 20 years have passed, now where can I remember clearly? Don't hurry. I carry it with me. Then the woman turned around and lifted her blouse. What you see is the Greek goddess tattoo, but did not find any design is not true.